Okay folks, this will be a challenging one. I don't know how this one's going to look. Looks a bit difficult as I was thinking. I don't know how it's going to work. We'll soon find out, but that's the challenge of what I do here with these demos, is that I try to push the proverbial envelope when it comes to what I can do with this equipment. This photocopier is making some horrible noises. Might have to brighten it up a bit further because it's really, it's not a flat object, or near, it's very much not. Okay, let's see what we have to demo with. It's a little bit tricky, may not work out, but I could be surprised. It is a piece of fused glass, so that's the back of it. That's the price tag. The back looks quite interesting. I actually think if it wasn't for the price tag, maybe the back would look better because it's flatter, but we're going to use this. It's an interesting piece of glass. I really am a person who loves glass. I find glass is a material that is a lot nicer than materials such as plastic, which is cheap and nasty and ugly. I much prefer glass any day. I don't know how this is going to look. Yeah, that looks interesting. Yeah, that looks really quite nice. We do need to maybe lighten it up further to get more of a brighter appearance. It still looks a bit dark. I do think, yeah, that looks a lot better. It looks a lot brighter. So you can just see that there and that there. We're going to have to enlarge and maybe stretch it on the vertical. So we're just going to maybe leave it like that. Yeah, I don't think we're going to lighten it any further. Fuck, I hate that. I keep bumping that button. It's really annoying. It's like this photocopier is a piece of shit that Konica Minolta put together. They don't know how to make anything really functional. It's just a gimmick. So they try to make it like somewhat like a smartphone flick and drag functionality, but it's not really functionality. It's just gimmickry. Gimmicks to make money out of idiots that, although I'm not well, you could call me an idiot for buying this thing, but there's really not much out there to buy that's any good. So we're just going to enlarge this section here in the middle. Don't know how far we're going to put it back. I'm just going to make a guesstimate. Just an educated or an uneducated guess. Okay. I don't know how this is going to look. Yeah, that looks really quite interesting. We lost that. We've made it too big on the horizontal. I don't know what happened there. Looks interesting, but would like to have some of that. So, yeah. I think we've got the vertical looking quite nice. Okay, so I think 230 on the horizontal is overkill. 230, it should have been 130, perhaps. 130, not 230. There you go, folks. Worked it out. Yeah, that looks better. You can see it's really stretched vertically. I wish there was more yellow in the image. Wondering where the centre of the job is going to be. Going to make it there, I think. This is an interesting one, folks. It's not my colour scheme. I don't like the colour scheme of this, to be honest, folks. But I'm sure someone else will, because art is basically a subjective thing in many ways, and what one person may find ugly or distasteful, another person will see it as a gold performance or a platinum performance. So it's a very subjective thing, art. It's highly subjective. That's why a lot of things that people hate, art that looks ugly, manages to get sold for millions of dollars, because it's someone has taken a liking to it. Some things I find so boring, like in minimalism, just a painted canvas, painted white, and that going for millions of dollars really seems really stupid. I mean, why would someone want to look at a fucking blank canvas? But that's what I've watched videos about why this is so. I have. It just seems that people have this, and there's a lot of an intellectual side of art as well, which I find quite boring. If I want to see something creative, I want to see something that looks attractive. Yeah, that looks interesting. I'm wondering if maybe I should do a switcheroo, because I will get angry if I find that there was some better style of arrangement. So I'm just going to do a switcheroo. We've got some yellow there. But basically, art is indeed often a highly subjective thing that happens, and that you don't always, and that's the thing, it's really annoying that a person who takes the trouble to make something aesthetically pleasing gets trumped by someone who makes a blank canvas, and it's silly. Anyway, that looks really quite interesting. At least we've got some yellow in the middle. I think now we can call this demo quits.